The one thing that has changed here, however, is the environmental concerns around Bitcoin in particular have caused people like Elon Musk to pull away and say, whoa, 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 let me make sure I understand this. And we believe that even this is going to change.
Welcome to Dream Richer. We have all heard that Bitcoin will eventually hit $1 million. In fact, in one tweet by Michael Saylor, even shows that Bitcoin investors are so convinced by Bitcoin's integrity that we could see it remain standing for another 10,000 years. However, as Cathie Wood explains, there are many factors that could hinder Bitcoin from growing as fast as it could. One of these many factors is the protests by environmentalists to ban Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining in particular altogether. In the US alone, Bitcoin mining creates an estimated 40 billion pounds of carbon emissions. This is because the Bitcoin protocol currently sits on a proof-of-work frame, meaning that computing power is required for mining which uses significant amounts of electricity. The environmentalists argue that such power used by Bitcoin mining could instead be better allocated to providing power to countries and cities in need. For proof-of-work mining, the question becomes finding a sustainable way to supply the electricity needed for the computing power that these miners use. This means moving mining operations out of the US and towards countries with more ways to generate green energy. If you find the video helpful, then don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it.
Bitcoin, I mean, you at one point, I think back in April, told Dow Jones that it could go to about $500,000. Do you still hold that target? Do you still think that's where we're headed?
We do. I do. Yassine El-Mandra is our crypto analyst, and we go through soul-searching times like this and scrape the models. And yes, our conviction is as high. The one thing that has changed here, however, is the environmental concerns around Bitcoin in particular have caused people like Elon Musk to pull away and say, whoa, 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 let me make sure I understand this. And we believe that even this is going to change. We believe that the adoption of solar is going to accelerate dramatically because there's another profit center associated with it, Bitcoin mining. In the case of Square and Tesla, they're between 5 and 8% of their cash is in Bitcoin. So that's no cause for concern. I mean, think about it. We were worried that Tesla would run out of cash. Of course, Ark was not worried, but the world was worried 2 years ago that it would run out of cash. It has so much cash now that it has the luxury to put 5 to 8% in Bitcoin. So MicroStrategy is another company. It has almost all its cash in Bitcoin. That's perhaps something different, you know. But as I said, if we are in the capitulation phase, we shouldn't be worried about MicroStrategy either.
Despite advancements in alternative sources for generating cryptocurrency, proof-of-work mining doesn't show any signs of slowing down. In January of 2020, Bitcoin's monthly consumption was an estimated 6.07 terawatt-hours, which rose to 8.92 terawatt-hours in January of 2021. As of January 2022, usage was at 10.95 terawatt-hours. These stats have caught the eye of large investors such as Elon Musk, who had this to say last year. Tesla has halted purchases of its vehicles with Bitcoin due to concerns over the rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining. He alluded to data from researchers at Cambridge University, which shows Bitcoin's electricity usage spiking this year. There is good news, however. Tesla won't sell its Bitcoin. Currently, the automaker is sitting on $2.5 billion worth of the digital coin. And Musk said he intends to resume transactions with Bitcoin once mining transitions to more sustainable energy. Critics of Bitcoin have long been wary of its impact on the environment. In fact, the cryptocurrency uses more energy than entire countries such as Sweden and Malaysia. Do you think going green is the only solution for Bitcoin mining now?
We do believe this is a new asset class and that institutions, they are looking at it right now because the correlations of relative returns and total returns to compared to other asset classes, tends to be very low over time. And so they have to look at it. Now, ESG might prevent a move in wholesale, but we do believe that once they understand how renewables are becoming incorporated into the Bitcoin mining ecosystem, and that Bitcoin mining might accelerate the adoption of solar, and I think Elon will come back and be a part of that ecosystem as well. Many people's lives have been changed by what happened last year. They put they allocated resources towards our strategies, towards Bitcoin, and they had a magnificent run. So it's gratitude that we feel. Now, of course, we're feeling very responsible, of course, this year, but that's why it's so important for us to say, you know, that what pains me more than anything as a portfolio manager is when I know our clients are selling at the bottom. And it usually is that people sell. The big capitulation that I described earlier with Bitcoin is selling at the bottom. So you make a terrible mistake and you don't want to ever get in again. And it just pains me. So I'm just praying.
It's clear from Cathie Wood's explanation that the environmental drama may slow down the growth of Bitcoin by making room for more critics to jump in the space and hence draw away the eyes of large investors from Bitcoin. Nonetheless, as she argues, Bitcoin will hit insane figures whether it grows slowly or fast. Most investors believe Bitcoin to reach these prices closer to 2024. This is because the next Bitcoin halving, which is a key technical event when the amount of Bitcoins awarded to miners are cut in half, is set to take place in 2024, and that will likely trigger a massive price surge. The year after halving always seems to create a huge rise. The last halving for Bitcoin was in 2020, and we have saw its price explode. Hence, even though we can't precisely predict when Bitcoin will cross $1 million, but it will likely be after 2025. To learn more about the latest crypto news, watch these videos here.